Now that the Olympia weekend is officially in the books, it's our time to start focusing our attention on the upcoming European tour, where it looks like Czech Republic native Lukas Osladil is planning to bring his talents to the stage next. After taking a few days to rest and get his body back in order, following a solid 12th place Olympia effort, the uber-shredded Osladil is ready to bring the big guns back to Prague. As far as his conditioning is concerned, Osladil is about as crisp as anyone's going to be up there on that stage. So if he can take his time and fill out slowly, this is a guy who might be able to sneak into the top 6 finish. If you spend enough time following sports, you learn pretty quickly that it's not so much how you start, it's how you finish. This week, some new chest training videos surfaced of a very focused looking Andre Adams, getting the fourth quarter of his 2017 campaign started off right. After suffering through a couple of minor pec tears over the past few seasons, it's good to see the classic physique crossover back to operating at full strength again. To his credit, Adams was able to battle his way through the injuries to put together a pretty solid year one of his classic physique experience. So if he can keep the injury bug at arm's length, next season should see him starting to look more like his old self once again. At one of our Bros vs. Pros events, somebody once said to me, "Some guys like to talk a lot. I'm more of the type who likes to be about it." And apparently Fred Smalls is one of those be about it kind of guys. Recently, Smalls was spotted knocking out some heavy-duty off-season arm training and looking pretty damn thick in the process. According to my sources inside Team Smalls, the plan for the offseason is to focus on adding more thickness from front to back. So he comes in with a denser look overall for the 2018 season. I've said for years that Fred Smalls is one of the more underrated guys on the circuit, but all it takes is one signature win to wake people up and get them paying attention to how good this guy really is. If you want to be an athlete who comes out of your offseason as a winner, I want you to remember these 2 words: train dirty. But thankfully, rookie standout Regan Grimes was paying attention and got my message. Recently, the rookie all-star released some video from one of his latest off-season chest workouts, where we see him getting down and dirty in true Palumbo off-season form. Year 1 for Grimes probably went about as good as he could have hoped, and you can see now why so many predicted big things for this kid's future right after he won his pro card. As long as he can stay focused, keep plugging away consistently, this is a guy whose ceiling looks awfully high right about now. And as long as he picks his spots right, we can see him seriously contend for a few wins at some point next season. I don't know what the hell they're putting in the water up there, but somebody needs to launch an investigation and find out. Recently, we got our hands on some new progress photos of Canadian big man Dana Baker, who doesn't look like he's been missing any meals as of late. The 25-year-old phenom has been training like an absolute savage since winning the super heavyweight class at last year's Canadian Nationals. And my sources are telling me that he might be planning to hit the stage and try for a pro card at the 2018 Arnold Amateur in Columbus, Ohio. Baker is just one of an awesome group of young Canadian athletes we've got coming up right now. And if he handles his business in Ohio, it won't be long before we see him standing on a pro stage and ushering in a new era of Canadian muscle on an IFBB pro stage.